What if your CV becomes so impressive that instead of making your life feel bigger, it actually makes your life feel smaller? Let me explain. I graduated from Oxford University with a master's degree. I'm now a PhD candidate at the same university. What I find really, really fascinating is how many amazing, incredible, bright young people spend their time agonizing over their CV and what looks good on
a CV.
Instead of asking themselves, what do I want to do? They ask, what would look good on my CV? And then they go and they do that. A lot of us get stuck in this CV trap and end up collecting badge after badge after badge after badge. Chasing the next big badge doesn't necessarily give you the clarity that you need about what it is you might want to do with the rest of your life. Your CV has to serve you, not the other way around. It is so important to pause after each experience and ask yourself, one, if you've gotten out of that experience what you needed to get. Two, whether the next step that you're considering makes sense relative to your interests. Would I still do this thing even if it wasn't for my CV? If the answer to that question is yes, that is very much a green flag. When you start to center the CV, when you start to serve it as opposed to the other way around, that's when your life becomes smaller as opposed to bigger because of a piece of paper. It doesn't matter what is on your CV if you're not able to tell a coherent story about your life and tell a coherent story about your interests and what matters to you in the world. I'm not dismissing the fact that there are certain institutions, certain experiences that will allow you to enter a certain route. My point here is to not spend the best years of your economically productive life trying to perfect a piece of paper. If you're applying for something and it requires a CV, by all means do your very best. What I'm saying is you need to have a healthy relationship with it where it's a piece of paper that serves you.